Very good afternoon and welcome along to this afternoon's EVES auctions here at our EVES office in Whangarei. It's an absolute pleasure to be here working alongside the team from EVES, presenting to a collection of two properties for your consideration, but more importantly competition here this afternoon. Just before we begin, I'd like to thank and acknowledge the owners who we work on behalf of and represent here in the marketplace today. Indeed, it's a privilege and a pleasure, and one that we certainly do not take very lightly. However, a number of introductions around the room before we begin. Tony Grindle, our General Manager here. Welcome into you, Tony, of course, in charge of the all-important technology. We have Tanya and Robin, as well as Shani on my right-hand side, arguably the hardest job of the afternoon. Now, the girls will be responsible for displaying the photos of the properties on the screen to my right hand side, also displaying to you the level of the highest bid at the top right hand side of that screen. So if at any point you are lost, please look in that direction and that will see you right. George Owen is my name, simply here concluding proceedings as your auctioneer this afternoon. Now, this afternoon's auctions are going to be held in accordance with the REINZ Auction Best Practice Guide and our EVES auction policy. So it's to that conduct of auction that I would direct your attention now. Now, it'll come as no surprise to you that we offer the properties for sale today subject to confidential written reserve prices. As the bidders, your job is to reach that price, after which point I'm permitted to sell the property away to the highest bidder among you. Now, whoever among you is in that very, very fortunate position will then be asked to sign the contract and pay that deposit, being a neat 10% of the purchase price unless prior arrangements have been made. Now, I am aware of telephone bidding here today. Please counter bid against any such bid, knowing that all the necessary and relevant documentation has been completed prior to the auction and signed off by our vendors in that respect. Throughout the course of the bidding, I am granted several rights. I may refuse a bid if I don't deem it to have been made in the best interests of my owners. Certainly not my preference, folks. I may also nominate that increment by which the bidding can be raised, but not here to be placing any limitations on you. And I may also place bids on behalf of our owners this afternoon. And this is what we refer to as a vendor bid. It only ever occurs well below that reserve price and is clearly identified to you, the room at large, each and every time should it occur. Ironically enough, through the term vendor bid. No confusion, merely an indication of where our owners intend to remain exactly that. Now, they have reserved the right to withdraw the property from the market before it's sold, and in doing so without declaring their reserve price. And finally, should a disputed bid arise concerning any bid, we simply re-offer the property at the last undisputed level and move on from there. And with that, now would be an appropriate time for any questions pertaining to property or to process before we begin. Very good. Well, with that, we can move along to our first of two lots here for your consideration and competition today here at 2C Bar 12 Selwyn Avenue, brought to the market by Louis McDonald. Welcome into you, Louis. I should check. Welcome back in to you, of course, to your owners and those buyers here as well. Welcome to one and all. Now, Louis would have provided you with that auction documentation amongst the raft of relevant information, but it is on that documentation that the property is described formally here as a cross lease in freehold. Described as flat 14 on deposit plan 87495, together with lot 1 on deposit plan 58047. Vacant possession awaits you folks on your settlement date, noted down to be the 3rd of September 2021. And it's the perfect executive home if you're looking to enjoy that central location here as well. City lock and leave is very much the epitome of what we do offer up for you as well. Inside and out, certainly neat and tidy as well. Very safe and secure, meaning that it's perfect for that lock-up and leave ability here as well. But the duality of bedrooms providing that accommodation, but loving that sliding door that allows that access inside and out, certainly perfect for entertaining in all seasons here as well. Room throughout to update and renovate as you see fit, or simply move in and enjoy from day dot. The options are yours, and I put that to you who would like those options into the future. Now, I look for an opening bid, opening offer to start me away here, folks. I look down for, say, a mere $300,000 to begin here. Who calls me away? I look for $300,000 with an opening bid, opening offer, folks. Where do we see the value? Who wants to start me away at that figure? I'm glad he's open the phone and not in the room. Folks, at $300,000, very easy place for a start in your absence. I'm happy to start there on a vendor bid on behalf of my owners here at $300,000. That's an indication of value. I can take your silence purely as strategic at this point at $300,000. I look to move me forward for, say, near $25,000 on the rise here, but at $300,000 I have on a vendor bid. I chase down 3 and a small quarter to go, but at $300,000 starting with me on a vendor bid. First time I call it away here at $300,000, only now twice to bid the offer. Opening with me on a vendor bid, third and final call here, folks, at $300,000. Well, silence not a strategy I've seen employed too successfully in this room. I hate to break the news to you. You have to bid to buy in this room, not a surprise to any of you, I'm sure. At $300,000, look, Louis, if I don't see any bidding, what I will do is I'll put the property back in your hands. I'll invite those parties to register their interest post-auction. Of course, in that scenario, you do not enjoy the exclusivity, of course, the transparency that we offer you here in this room. Our owner's definitely here to sell. I give you 3 opportunities here and now to register that interest in room. First time I call it away. Twice bid now, third and final chance. Very well, will I place a second and final vendor bid here at $350,000? That's an indication of where our owners are going to remain exactly that. I put the property back in your hands, Louis, at $350,000 on the vendor bid. I wish you and them all the very best with that next stage of marketing. And not too far to move here as well. We move along to lot number 2 at 49 Landowners Lane.
It's lot 5.
Lot 2?
Oh, sorry, the lot 2. Sorry.
That's all right, Lynn, don't worry, we'll get there together. At lot number 2 in the order of sale, I'll make that clear, don't worry, at 49 Landowners Lane. That is more formally, as you quite rightly point out, known as lot 5, on deposit plan 529747 here as well. It comprises some 1,971 square metres, more or less. It's vacant possession, it's afforded to you on that settlement date noted down there as the 20th of August 2021 here as well. Of course, across that 1,971 square metres, you've got that elevated building platform here for you as well. With that proximity, of course, to Rocky Bay, perfectly short walk that enjoys the swimming, the fishing. It means it's right on the proverbial doorstep. Of course, that proverbial doorstep, that's awaiting in your future here. The only thing that you are limited by is your imagination here. There's no restrictive building covenants that impede or impinge on what your dream home could look like here. Certainly a dream home on a dream site is what we offer. That future potential is here, and it's here for serious sale. But as buyers, who wants to start their way? I look for an opening bid, opening offer to start here. Where do we see the value? Where would you like to begin? She's buys a bit more than that would be good. As they say, $500,000 to start me away here. $500,000 would be a very easy place for a start in this part of the world. At Landowners Lane. $450,000 there, a place for a start. Have to work with you at that figure. Can't make it any easier than that. But at $450,000, I look for your opening, your interaction here. $450,000. Welcome into you on the phone here at $450,000 at the back of the room. I still chase down $475. I mean, $25,000 on the rise puts you in front here. But at $450,000, I'm bid with my opener. First time I call it away here. For the want of $25,000 on the rise now, twice the bid. At $450,000 with my opener here. Third and final chance, folks, at $450,000. Right, well, those who wait miss out. I'll have a conversation with our top bidder here at $450,000. We'll be back with an update for you very shortly. But as buyers, thank you very much for your patience while we've had those discussions. I can reveal that we have received an increased offer of some $530,000 on the phone. If I could please get acknowledgement over the telephone here at $530,000 at that figure. My instructions are to sell the property away on the nod at $530,000. It is on the market and selling. For the want of a bit of an offer here, folks, I put it to the room 3 times, and 3 times only before it sells. It goes, and it goes for good. At $530,000, I chase down to me at $5,000 to put you in front, but it goes. First time calling away here. At $530,000 only, this close to the coast, this affordable, folks, you won't see it again. Twice the bid the offer here. At $530,000 on the phone, third and final chance, it goes at $530,000. It is selling at that figure. It is selling, and it is, congratulations to the phone bidder, sold. $530,000. Lynn, congratulations to you and your owners. A fantastic result, of course, and thank you all very much for coming along. That concludes this afternoon's auctions. We'll see you again in the EVES auction room very shortly. Have a lovely afternoon.
Bye-bye.